Assalamu alaikum Gambia. This is Fine TV Gambia, your only viewpoint, and I'm your host Raki Jallo. You're welcome to yet another episode of your favorite program, Issues on Educational Development, and we seize the opportunity to wish each and everyone viewing at this particular point in time a very happy New Year and a progressive 2023. And here with me today, I have a special brother of mine that is from the University of the Gambia. I want him to introduce himself.
Okay, hello viewers. My name is Yaya, Bojang, a university student. That is a third-year student at the University of the Gambia, studying English at the university and also agriculture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are happy to have you on our platform. I guess this is your first time coming here.
Indeed.
You're welcome. And we would like to know who Yaya Bojang is. Yaya Bojang is, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Raki Jallo. This is really a privilege for me, having me here and sharing my views with regard to education in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hail from Fonyi, that is Fonyi Bondali. I did my primary school in two schools, that is Fonyi Bondali and also Mayok Lower Basic School. Thereafter, I went to Mayok Junior and Secondary School. Likewise, at the senior school also, I continue my school at Mayok Senior Secondary School. So basically, I started at Fonyi Bondali, come to Mayok and continue my schooling in Mayok. Okay. That is from primary school to senior secondary school. Until I completed my education in 2015. Thereafter, I went to Gambia College in 2015. Okay. Until in 2018, where I completed my studies in Gambia College. That is the HTC program.
HTC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So currently, I'm at the University of Gambia, studying English and also agriculture. Okay. Currently, I'm the Secretary General of EDUSA, that is the Education Students Association
of the University of the Gambia.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk more on that.
Indeed.
Yes, about EDUSA and how you became the Secretary General
of
that strong body. Because I know EDUSA is one of the most vibrant sub-unions that I know of in the University of the Gambia.
Indeed.
Yeah. I've learned from your introduction that you're from the rural Gambia.
Very well.
Yes. So, how was school like in the rural Gambia, if you don't mind?
Alhamdulillah, school in rural Gambia at the time, that is early 2000 and after 2010, it used to be difficult because having teachers at that time was a very big problem. And it's only in the urban region where you have a lot of teachers and specifically qualified teachers.
Yes.
But at our end, especially when I was doing my primary school and junior school, having qualified teachers was a problem. But thank God, with the help of God, we are able to wallow through that and get to senior secondary school. Yeah. But it was not easy.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, because most teachers that are qualified would not want to go on postings in the provinces.
Exactly.
And still now there has been a problem with the ministry. But thank God you guys maneuvered and then you gave it everything and then you finished your education, even whereas it was a rural setting, you came out with flying colors to be able to be admitted into the college, and you are now in the university.
Yeah, very good.
Thank God about that. Yeah, being a teacher. Being a teacher. How is it like? What is your experience like? Did you just find yourself in the teaching field, or somebody motivated you to be a teacher? Yeah, you want to know that.
Well, the teaching part of me has started since when I was at senior school, or well before that. Like what I do is go to, when I was going to school, we did debate. Okay. So debate is one way of, introducing people to public speaking.
Yes.
So when you do that, it really, build that person of talking to you or speaking.
Yes.
So that's what happens to me. Yeah. And especially when I reach at senior school, what I do is, there is that part of me that, motivate me to do leadership. Yeah. Though I do not sought for it, but it's part of me.
Yes.
Like, I will go to class, when the teacher is not there, try to see how best that I can help the students. That is my colleagues. So that is, one of the things that motivated me to become a teacher. So from there, I have that passion of teaching.
Of teaching.
Yes, and up till now.
That's how the passion grows.
Yes, that's how the passion grows. So that is how I get myself, have the feeling that I have to go and teach.
Yes. And this is something that I'll be able to do.
Exactly. So that's the point.
Because to be a teacher, you might have a push factor.
So very well.
There must be a push factor for you to be in it. Some will say I am an accidental teacher.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine that would tell me, I am an accidental teacher. I just found myself in the teaching field. I did not want to be one. But for you, it was something that you opted for because of the roles you played as a student. You were a born leader, I would say.
So
and being a teacher is a leadership role.
Leadership. So.
Yeah, because you are the boss of your class. Yeah. In your little experience as a teacher, because I know you did not spend like a lot of time in the teaching field like we do or our seniors did. But you have a little experience in the teaching field. So I would like to know what has been your experience like as a teacher?
Well, from that moment at senior school and going to college, college after 2 years, you go for teaching practice. That is for HTC. Like when I get there, I learn a lot. It's anything that you do, you must have learned something. And for teaching, it is all over it. Experience is part of it. Though, as you said, I did not spend a lot of time in teaching because after my postings, that is TP, teaching practice at SOM, I went to Sololo. From Sololo, I came to the university.
That's how you bounced back to the university.
It. So, meaning I did not spend a lot of time
in the field.
But however,
no matter how small the time was, yes, you spent time.
Yeah, I spent time.
If it was a 1 year.
1 year, Yes. Very well.
So how was that experience like? That sub experience like?
Yeah, the experience was like, as I said, it is a passion. It's strengthening that passion of teaching in me. And also there are challenges, but also I enjoy time in teaching. When you have the passion to teach, whatever it is, you will try to build up and cope up with the situation that you find, yourself in.
That's true.
So that was how I was doing it. Like when I was posted newly, like it was strange. Though not very much, but it was strange because going to it's a new experience. Going to a class and accorded the time of teaching and periods. And all that involves in teaching is a new, is an experience.
It was a new experience.
So, but it was hard. Like in the Gambia, we know when it comes to teaching, it is not easy on teachers. You'll be given, a lot of periods, and you're expected to execute all of them. Sometimes you'll be tired, especially when you are a novice in teaching. You feel very tired with lesson plans and scheme, etc.
So, paperwork.
Exactly. So it was rigorous, but what I learned is resilient and patient, commitment and dedication. So this is how I, prepared myself through that journey. That is, when you are committed to what you do, because I believe that I'm paid to do it. Though even that, when I was in teaching practice, the little money that I have, I feel that I have a responsibility. And also I have that, all sort of that I should do this because I'm paid to do it. So that was one of the things that motivated me to always render my service at the best of my ability. So that's what I was doing. But the challenges were there, like sometimes you have problems with, for instance, I was teaching science. Having the materials, or we call them apparatus, is always a problem. And though some is not like a rural.
It's not remote.
It's not remote. But
some is just surrounded.
Exactly.
But those equipment is something that you needed them, but they were not there.
Very well. So that was one of the problems. And also infrastructure or the furniture also is something else. Though now it is better because they're able to have sponsor and a new classroom or block is built.
It's built for them.
Exactly. But before it was a problem.
There was none.
Yeah.
And how about a lab?
They don't have a lab.
Still now?
Yeah, I'm not sure for now, but when I was there, they did not have.
Lab.
Yeah, there was no.
And how did you manage to teach science without a lab?
Yeah, they usually as teachers you are asked to improvise, but certain items you cannot improvise.
You cannot improvise them, especially for science.
Exactly.
It's English that you can improvise.
You can improvise.
Yes, if you don't have stuff, you can create word cards and the like. But for science, how can you create those kind of things?
It's a problem. So what you do, we take, make use of these cardboards, like for instance, biology. Or even physics, when it comes to apparatus, you draw them and you show it to
them for them to know how it looks like.
Exactly. But that is not enough.
Yeah.
As far as we want to keep the scientific, aspect in the country, they need to have this, all of these materials at hand, because that is the basic. Senior school or junior school is the basic of all education. So they should be shown, the apparatus and the necessary materials in reality.
Not just in pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah, because showing them in pictures, some people learn through seeing, but it's not enough.
It's not enough.
I believe it's not enough.
They
have to see the thing in solid form for them to know that this is how a beaker looks like, or this is how a cylinder looks like in reality, not just the diagram of the cylinder or the beaker.
Very well.
I believe. So I'm not a science expert, though,
yeah,
but I think that's
exactly.
How it goes.
So
yes, from my little knowledge of biology, I know those ones in science.
Exactly.
So to draw a contrast between rural education and urban education, because I know you did your education in rural Gambia.
So
you did all of it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you see in here, can you trace a comparison between the two? Because I know with your little experience in the combos, you're seeing how teaching and learning goes on in the combos. Yeah. So can you trace a comparison between the two?
Yeah, there is contrast even now, though that contrast now has been minimized. That there is limitation. But before, there is huge gap between the rural Gambia and the urban Gambia. But now, alhamdulillah, that margin has been minimized.
Yeah.
However, before, like as I said earlier on, having qualified teachers was a problem. Like if I can remember in my junior school, the qualified teachers that we had, you can count them. Unlike now, because they were young boys, fresh from grade 12, and they were
they were taken in as unqualified.
Yeah, that was the only option left for the principals to resort on.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then,
and the fact of the matter is, I'm not cutting you short.
So
but those unqualified teachers were actually doing
yeah, they were really great.
Experience.
Very well.
Yeah, they were doing very well.
Very well. Yeah. So that is it.
I can say they were even doing more than what the qualified teachers were.
Very well.
Because they will be the most hardworking ones in the school.
Yeah, that would be that motive that would at least push them to show their best, because people will always doubt them. So when you have that, you'll be forced to do certain things beyond the limit.
Yeah.
So they were doing great. And we are very much grateful to some of them. Though it's not easy, from grade 12 when you are given a class.
Yeah.
But they really did well.
Yeah, they did it.
Like some of, even at that time, the graduates from the school, they will come back to the, school to teach.
The school, yes.
Yeah. So that was the way that they were strengthening the teaching process at the level.
And in most cases, how it used to go, from my little experience, because my dad was a head teacher too.
Very well.
So what he would do is he will look into the results.
So
the finalists, that is the grade 12s, the ones that are finished, and then he will look into the best performers and call them back to help in the school administration. And they'll be the ones going into the classes. Anyone that is good in English will be given an English class. Anyone that was good in maths will be given a maths class.
Very well.
That's why they were doing very well.
Very well.
They were doing very well, yes. And I still believe that it's still
it's still on in some of the schools. Like another problem was like in the rural Gambia, most of the parents are not very much aware, of the importance of education.
Yeah.
So we, then not now, where farming was like a routine, activity.
Yeah.
Like students or children will be forced to go to the farm. It was compulsory.
To go to the farms.
Exactly. So
you cannot dodge it.
Yeah, you cannot dodge it. For some of us, we pass through that process. You go to the farm, you farm, and at the same time going to school. Certain times, they will force you to choose the farm, instead of going to school. So that was another problem. And I know, like, it is not common in Fonyi now, but in the rural Gambia, far in the interior, they have that problem.
Yes.
Like when I was at Sololo, that problem comes in. Like students would be like, we have to go to the farm.
Yeah.
They choose the farm instead of over the academics.
Yeah.
This is how they.
You want to make them come for studies. They will tell you we cannot come.
Exactly. So studies there is free, but having students was a problem.
They will not come.
Yeah. So when I was at Sorola, I was teaching, science across from grade 7 to 9. Okay. But even grade 9, having students to come for studies for free was a problem.
I know.
Because their parents would tell them, during weekends, you have to go to the farm. Yeah. That is the only time that you have for us at home. So you need to utilize it at, at the farm.
Yeah.
So it's another biggest problem that, even now, the education is, facing.
Yeah.
So
they are faced with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's also another point.
Another
another thing is, having the materials that is, like books.
Yeah.
Because the resources is not.
It's a problem.
It's a problem, and parents also are not very well off. We have poor parents in the rural Gambia. Yeah. So sometimes.
And it's like the supplies will not be enough for everybody.
Will not be enough. Sometimes
you have to buy.
Exactly, you have to buy. And like, having the money to buy those materials, like books. Though the books are not very expensive.
They were
before.
not expensive, but yes, but it's like it was not a need, a necessity for them.
Yeah,
they will not endeavor to buy it and live out their day-to-day life, livelihood that they were to spend their money on.
Yeah. So that was a big problem. Yeah, so having the resources and poverty, it's more like poverty.
Yeah, it's poverty.
Parents would say, if I buy you this, what are you going to eat today?
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
So that was a problem.
You have your basic needs that you need to sort out.
Yeah.
You cannot leave that out to buy a book for your child.
Very well.
Or for your kids, especially if there are many.
Exactly. Yes. So
like
that
you go to certain families, they are not 1 or 2 people going to school. It's like a whole household is going to school. You cannot buy for one and leave the other. You have to buy for all of them. Where you will also have the need to buy food as well.
Very well.
So it's a problem.
It's a big problem. Yeah. So that was it. Yeah. And another thing is motivation.
Motivation.
Like, in the rural Gambia, motivation is not there. Like, even though you may want to have the passion to go to school and do the best, like was, for me, my parents, I was not staying with my parents. Though I live in the village, my parents were here.
Yes.
Like, having that force, motivation is a force that will propel you to do certain things.
It is what will give you the zeal.
Exactly.
To do more.
So, the motivation in the rural Gambia is very low.
Yeah.
Like, you do it based on maybe whatever reasons that you have.
Yeah.
But the motivating factor there is very low.
It's lacking.
So, like, when I was going to school, my grandma, my only grandma, is like my motivating factor. But like, he will not know what I have achieved. When I have, best results, he will not know. Exactly. She won't know. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, as students, when you are growing up, it's good that you have somebody who motivates you.
Yes, good.
Like you will do with your kids.
Yes.
Like when they perform well, you say, "Oh,
you're excellent."
Exactly.
Yeah, but someone that knows nothing about what you're doing.
Yeah. So
the motivation will not be there.
Exactly. Though she prayed a lot for me.
Yes, he was there for you.
Exactly.
But that aspect was not there for her to know whether you were performing or not.
So very well. And I know many children are facing the same way.
Yes.
So that is a big problem.
That is something that is even common with our area.
Yeah.
Many parents are not into education. So their kids might perform or underperform. They wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah. So I had a neighbor that would come to me and tell me, check for me whether my child is doing well. Because she doesn't know. She doesn't know what is on the paper. What is on the report card.
Indeed.
Yes, and she doesn't want to be faked by the child. So she will come to me and tell me, read for me what she has done and for me to understand. I'll try to explain to her that she has done this, she has done that, and she has done that.
Yeah. So that is it. Now to draw a contrast between the education here, the urban Gambia and the rural Gambia. One thing is motivation. Like here, what happens? You see many students going to school.
Yeah.
And their performance have been motivated by seeing friends and their parents.
Yes.
And also when it comes to resources, they are very exposed to resources. So, they have them, a lot of them.
Yes, they have everything around.
But there, having the resources is a problem.
Even the library is not there.
Libraries, having it is a problem.
Yes.
So, but here you will have the resources, like you have the library, you have the how do you call it, labs, if at all you are a science student, and also you'll be exposed to debate and competition.
Yes.
So that is also another thing.
That is one thing, yes. Yeah, the debates also will make you do more.
Yeah, it will make you do more.
Because debates are something that will make you do research
and quiz.
Yeah, and quizzes.
So this is one of the
those are things that are lacking there. If you have to draw a comparison between these two.
But however, we have students who are very much who are doing very well.
Excellent.
Like some of us.
That's why I'm amazed and always I would like to raise this question up for someone that has experience there to tell me what is there for people to hear that even though we have all these resources at our disposal here. The people that are up there that do not have all these resources are doing more.
Very well.
They're doing more.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're doing more because the performances that we have in the Gambia, they're very impressive.
Very impressive.
They're very impressive.
Yeah, like when I was in our seniors, some people feel that you are not meant to be here. You are too intelligent to be here.
Yeah, you see.
But you see, maybe they see that you do not have that opportunities that will at least make you to be a better person or the best person that you would wish. But I can tell you that if much concentration is given to the rural, students in the rural Gambia, they will achieve better than those we have here.
That's certain.
Look at Bojang, look at Amity, look at Bojang. They are doing great.
They are doing very well.
So
they're doing very well. To be honest, these urban schools that we hear of, they are all doing very well.
Yeah, they are doing very fine.
They are doing very well.
Yeah. So that is it. So basically, these are the contrasts. We may have many of them. In the Gambia education, we have a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
So domestically, and also at the ministry level, we all have these problems.
Yeah. That will take us to our other question, our next question.
Okay.
That is about the education system of the Gambia. I like this question a lot. I almost ask every invited guest that I have this question. What is your take of the education system of the country? Do you think it's okay, or do you think they need to do more?
Yeah, there is always room for improvement.
Yes.
And that is, to say they have tried. When you look at the education before and now, the system, it has changed. Yeah. But I believe there is a lot to be done.
So,
when you look at in the aspect of teachers, teachers are not really motivated. They are trying to, but I still see the disparities that occurs between the teachers as civil servants and the other, individuals, that is, civil servants. So when you look at that, I believe teachers need a lot.
Yeah,
they need incentives. More. Exactly. Yeah, they deserve a lot. Because what they do compared to what other people do, teachers do a lot of work and they are paid less.
A lot of work.
Exactly. So when you look at, for instance, I may not know the exact figures that the National Assembly members have been paid, their cleaners or their drivers. But whatever the case, when you look at their salaries, if you are to compare them to a teacher, especially, for instance, a grade 8, salary earner, is you can see that difference.
Yeah,
there is huge gap. So when you look at it, and what teachers, do, for instance, coming from lesson plan, scheme, going to class and teach, marking, dealing with scripts alone is a lot of a job.
The record keeping is the most difficult part of teaching.
It's the
aspect. Most hectic part of teaching.
Exactly.
The records, preparing scheme, preparing lesson notes, keeping the records of the assessments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to talk of report books.
Yeah, exactly.
To close the register. To mark the register. All of them involved. So it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. You have to be a teacher for you to know.
Exactly.
You cannot tell someone that is not a teacher that I do work and they understand.
Yeah, they will tell you.
Because I am a teacher and you are one. You're telling me and I know what you're saying.
Very well.
But if you tell someone else that doesn't know what is in the teaching field, they will say, hey, these teachers, they like money.
They like money.
That's
Go
what
and talk
say.
and you come back and that's what they think. But teaching is beyond that.
It's beyond that.
Yeah,
we are shaping people.
Yeah, exactly.
We are shaping lives.
Very well.
We are imparting knowledge.
Very well. Very well.
So if you look into all that, you will know that we deserve more than what we have been paid.
Very well.
Because if you compare the salary of a teacher to the work that a teacher does, you will know that teachers are not being paid in this country. They are not being paid.
This has contributed a lot to teachers living the teaching field and
it has brought about the syndrome of rat.
Exactly. You don't know a teacher.
Yes,
exactly.
We call them rats. Yeah, some are not happy with that name though, but then Well,
that is it. Yeah,
it's something that is inevitable.
That's it.
It's inevitable with the way things are going.
Yeah, things are very difficult. So you need to find ways in which you can upkeep yourself and your family. So there is one of the things. You cannot stay in the teaching field while you are earning less.
Yes.
Because like what we would say, you will spend a lot of time in teaching. You cannot build a house.
Yes.
We have seen teachers who have stayed for 30 years.
Yes.
They will probably say I have been teaching for 30 years.
3 decades.
For 40 years. But like when
and they have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, exactly.
They have nothing to show for
it. They have
You'll
nothing.
be retired and you will not even own a house.
So it is really the dynamic
It's
has
a
to
reality.
change.
It's a reality.
So that's the problem.
Yeah. It's a very big problem.
Big problem. So the system, they really need to empower teachers. Because teachers are the one that shape. They do the teaching. Yes. They motivate. They do everything for the students. So without the teachers, basically you wouldn't have that education that you want, the system that you want. So teachers need to be empowered. That is, they should be given what they deserve. At least the incentives should be there. So, but like when you go to certain schools, teachers struggle to live. That is to accommodation. Accommodation is a problem.
Yeah.
Quotas is a problem.
Yeah.
So teachers need to be motivated. If the system wants the best.
Yeah, some teachers are going through that.
Yeah. Like if I can remember, when I was at Sololo, there was a school in Joren. Like, if I can remember, Joren, but it's Sierra, right?
Yes.
Sierra, South. Like there are some teachers who were lodging in, like an enclosed, like a magazine sort of.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, a store.
A store, yes.
Yeah, so they, that's not really telling, that does not tell well.
So, and it's a group of them.
It's a group of them.
Because of lack of accommodation.
Accommodation. So it's another problem. So the system really, they are trying, though, MRC is really trying.
MRC Holland.
I can say MRC
Holland, yeah. They're doing very well.
They really need a tap on the back. They're doing great.
They're doing
what I always like, I always feel that why is it that the government is not giving them, like, for instance, a show of appreciation, sort of, showing them that you are doing the best so far in the country.
Yeah, the recognition.
Exactly, recognition. But I'm not seeing that. Maybe they do that, but I'm not seeing it. So they deserve that.
It's not in open. If they are doing it, we are not seeing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they are doing it in private.
Yeah. So they are basically doing, what the government should be doing. Building, schools, quarters.
They're doing very well.
Very well, very well. They're doing a lot.
Yeah.
So
it could be also that we don't know what they are doing, a partnership. It could be.
Yeah, there's a partnership. Yeah. There's a partnership, though. But even though you recognize them.
Yeah, the recognition is needed for them to do more. For them to be motivated, as you said. Because motivation is important in everything.
At the moment, I'm going to school because of them at the university.
Yeah, they sponsored your education.
They sponsored me. So
yeah, they're doing great.
So the system needs to be at least improved. There's always room for improvement.
Yes.
And
they're doing okay, but there is need for improvement.
Exactly.
They need to do more, especially on the side of teachers.
Teachers, very well. On the side of teachers,
that one I'll have to echo it.
Very well.
It's a question to you, but I'll have to say it too. That is something that is very important to retain their teachers.
Exactly.
Yeah, the motivation. The motivation is important so that the teachers can stay, so that they can stay and do more.
That's it.
Yeah. So coming back to the University of the Gambia, you are the SG of the student body, EDUSA.
Yes.
Yeah, EDUSA is the Education Students Body.
Yeah.
Student Union. It's a very vibrant student body.
Very well.
They've been doing very well. Yes, I was a member too.
Very well.
Yes. So tell us how it is in EDUSA. Before you being the SD, were you into any other things in EDUSA before you were actually elected as the SD?
Yeah, very well. It is good that you know what I was doing and who I was before being the Secretary General. Like in education, that is at the University of the Gambia, as you said, is one of the vibrant associations, and they are respected of their majority. And when it comes to education or academia, they are respected because they believe that the education is the foundation of all other sister schools. So looking at the composition, it is one of the vibrant, schools in the university. So, like, coming back to your question, I was in the secretariat.
Okay.
That is the 12th Executive Council under Malmo.
On the Malmo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before then, as I said, I've been serving in the sense that seeing people around and helping them. Like my attention would be called to help them on a particular course. I will do that.
Yeah.
So basically what made me known is tutorials.
Yeah, tutorials.
Yeah. I, render tutorials to students whom we know that they have problems in courses that I have done before, especially phonetics, morphology. So, and also when we share a class, if there is any need that we conduct a tutorial, the class will choose me. Sometimes, it is not based on my
your abilities.
Exactly. But the class will choose me just to facilitate.
Trust, yes.
Exactly. To facilitate.
Yeah.
But I know some of them are better than me when it comes to that particular courses. But it's because of the trust and also the belief.
The belief they have in
you. So basically, like, I always feel that if you are in the school and you have an association, you have to do your part as a member. So as a member, I believe that I'm responsible to make sure that my part is being played. That when there is participation, I make sure that I go there.
You play your
I play my part. So that's what I was doing, because I feel that without the subjects, that is the students, the association wouldn't do anything. So the students have to be there so that they complement the efforts of the executives. So that's how I feel. And wherever I am as a student, I feel that I'm a proud student of the education. So that's by virtue of teaching. Maybe that is the passion that has been built in me to love the school and also work for it. That is it.
That's true.
So that's basically what I was doing.
That's what made people know you.
Yeah.
The SD.
Yeah, very well.
Because you were into tutorials,
studies, very well.
And you were one I would call it a vocal person in classes.
Yeah.
Because I did class with you.
Very well, very
we
well.
We did one class, and then you were very, very participatory in the class. It made you known. So like everybody would know you. It was an online class, though. We didn't get to know each other physically, but everybody knows your name.
Yeah, we even shared a group.
Yes, we were in the same group assignment together. We did not even get to know each other. Until when we met as a group physically that I got to know, oh, this is Yaya.
So that's true.
But you were that person that was very, very active in participating in class.
Indeed,
and it's something that people will know you for and recognize you for.
Very well.
It's not everybody that can do that.
Yeah, not everybody.
To be vocal is a talent.
It's a talent, indeed.
Yes, it's an inbuilt talent, I call it.
Yeah.
Because it's not everybody that can speak out for people to listen.
Yeah, you are right.
Yes, some people can talk, some people cannot.
Very well.
They will tell you outright. Sometimes I can call at someone to be invited on my platform. They will tell me, hey, I cannot talk. That's how they say it. I cannot talk.
That's true.
I tell them, you cannot talk and you're talking. But it could be the kind of talk that you want me to do. I cannot do it.
Very well.
So
very well.
To talk is an art.
Yeah, indeed.
It's an art and it's a talent and it's inbuilt. It has to be in you for you to be able to do that.
Very well.
I know it's one of the tools that you have that has earned you this respect of people selecting you and pointing you out, identifying you to serve them, to vie for the role of an SD. Because the role of an edusa is not easy. Of an SD is not easy.
It's not easy.
You have to be a writer.
Indeed.
You have to be a speaker.
Indeed.
You have to be a public person.
So.
Yes, I believe all those things are in you. That's why people believe that you can do it.
Yeah.
So the SG role now. Let's go into it proper.
Yeah.
So how is it like? You are now the SG, isn't it?
Yeah, very well.
So are you enjoying the role, or is it difficult?
Anyway,
that's my question, because I know you will have things to say.
Very well. It's a responsibility that is demanding, and also it's voluntary.
Yes.
And you are dealing with students and students who are very much mature.
Yes.
So dealing with them needs caution and also knowing how to deal with them. But coming to the secretariat, as I said, I was in the secretariat with Malmo. But however, the activities that I was doing there, is not very comparable to what I'm doing right now.
Yes.
Because right now
you are the big man.
Exactly. I'm the boss, and I have to do what the association demands.
Yes.
And when it comes to writing, doing calls, and whatsoever that has to do with the secretary. Yes.
Under your command.
Exactly. And before anything would be said to the association, it has to come through me.
Yes.
And also, if it is going out, it has to go through me.
Yeah.
So that's make it very rigorous.
Yes.
It is a rigorous process because writing is rigorous.
It's very difficult.
It's very difficult. So you need time.
Yes.
Like you'll be asked to do this at a particular time where you are not even convenient to do, but you have to do it.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to find time for it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to create time for all of this and at the same time going to school. But it is not something that is very new because I've been doing it.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm the Secretary General for one of our associations at the village. So it's something that I've known that I've been partaking.
Yes, you've been doing for long.
So that is it. But it is not easy. It is not easy, and we have a lot of things that we want to do. But we are just sworn in yesterday.
Yeah.
So meaning we are taking up the responsibilities from there. That is yesterday. But we are doing our arrangements, internal arrangements, before yesterday. So meaning it's like a continuation from what we have and to where we are going.
Yes.
So basically, it is that.
Okay. So, your team. Your executive membership, how is it going? Is everybody cooperative so far? Because you just been sworn in, as you said.
Yes.
It has not been long that you've started interacting with them.
Indeed.
It's something that you've been working towards, isn't it?
So
how is it going with the rest of your team?
Well, I don't know for the previous council, but our council, I can say alhamdulillah. Okay. Like during the campaign, what we were trying to preach or sell to students was unity. Yeah. Is one of our strengths that we want to, fortify our, council with. Yeah, okay. So for our council, I believe we are already united. Okay. Even though we have some people who are from the other camp, but I can tell you, it is like they are identical with us because of the cooperation and unity and collaborative work that we are doing. So there's that unity that is already built. And I believe when the council or executive members are already united, it sends a signal that the students also should be united based on the common goal of making the EDUSA great. That is, EDUSA must not die.
Must not die. Yeah, so I used to see that as your emblem,
exactly.
as your motto.
Yeah.
Yeah, EDUSA must not die.
Must not die. So that is it. So unity is already there among the council. And already the work has started before we are sworn in. But, constitutionally, it is yesterday that we are given the mandate. Okay. That is to be sworn in and take up the responsibility and the mantle of leadership of EDUSA. So currently we are working on our plans, future plans for that matter, and also short-term plans. Yeah. So to make,
Yeah, because it's a 1 year span.
Yeah, it's a 1 year span.
Yeah, 1 year is not much.
It's not much.
Yeah, there isn't a lot that you'll be able to do, but with planning,
you'll
be able to accomplish, if not all, but the majority, I believe.
Indeed.
Yeah. So and good luck on everything.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
So you're a writer as well.
Very well.
You haven't published anything, do you?
No.
Okay.
Maybe my little write-ups that I do, but I have not published a book or something that may sound very big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But you've published an article.
Yeah,
there was
exactly.
an article that was published on our platform.
Yeah, you are right.
That was written by you. So that's another publication.
Yeah, yes. You are right.
So it's a book that you haven't written yet.
Yeah.
But I know it's one of your plans.
Yeah, maybe in the future.
In the future.
Yeah.
So your writing career, when did it start?
Well, writing is like a process. I've not been writing big, but I was writing since when I was at school. So how I got the person to write is through debate. Like, during debate, I'll write my own argument and then give it to a teacher to vet it or see how best that he or she can adjust it. So yeah, and also when we go out in, like when we represent the students, when you come, I can able to write a report. So that I can read it in the
assembly.
Yes, in the assembly. So that was the thing that I sometimes, if people may say it is in me that I don't want to utilize it.
Yes.
But writing is something that I started.
It's a talent.
Yeah.
It's a talent.
So like
I said for the other aspect, the speaking aspect.
Yeah, you are
to
right.
be able to write as well is inbuilt.
Yeah, it's inbuilt. You are right.
It's inbuilt. Like there are people that are more smart.
Yeah,
smarter than you.
Yeah.
They're more intelligent than you.
So
but what you can write,
they
write.
cannot. Very well.
So that's to tell you that it's a talent.
It's a talent. Indeed.
It's a talent.
Yeah.
And the analysis at university also.
Yeah, you are right.
The analysis papers that you write.
Yeah.
On literature lessons.
On literature lessons. You
it
are
takes
right.
skill to do that. It's
Very
not everybody that can do it.
No, not everybody.
Yeah.
So, and you are one of the writers that people are looking up to.
Yeah. I'm just trying.
Yeah, indeed, it is really great.
Yeah.
I have to thank you and appreciate for your work for it.
So
that is it. I started writing when I was going to school, but the writing that I said is just a little writing.
Yes.
Yeah, but
to me it's not little.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, if you go through what you write, if you go through the context, and the sense that it makes, you know that it's not little. You just have to give it time.
Indeed.
Like you say right now, it's time that is the problem.
Yeah.
Especially now that you are in this leadership role.
So
but when you do have the time, you can give it a try.
Indeed.
Yes, because the article that we publish on our platform, that's a very good one.
Very good one.
Yeah, I got someone that called me and told me that person can write wonders if he concentrates on writing. Because there are critical ideas that you touch there that are of substance that you can do more about.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So I commend you for it, and then I believe you will do it.
Yeah, it is like, when you publish something, you have that motivating factor, especially when you have the likes and whatsoever.
When people that knows writing. Because this person that I'm telling you that called me about it, he's a writer.
Oh,
he told me, where is this man? I told him he's at the university. He says, this man, he can do more writing if he wishes to. Because judging from what he has written, judging from the critical points of view that he has, that he can do more writing if he wishes to do it. I told him, yes, I think he's into that. Yeah, because this is just one of the articles that he wrote that he sent us that we have to publish for him on our platform. But I believe he'll be sending us more articles.
And could you imagine that very day, the time you publish it, I was able to write an article and finish it that very
day. So it says that you can do it.
Yeah.
So you keep them coming. Keep them coming. We'll be glad to publish them.
Inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. Hopefully.
We're going to do that.
Yaya, where will you want to see yourself in the next 10 years or in the next 5 years to bring it down a little bit?
Well, in the next 5 years.
Yes, but then you'll be done with university.
Yeah.
Are you still going to be in the teaching field?
And that was, something that I was thinking about. That is, I have passion for teaching. I love it. But it's like looking at the situation at hand, the challenges we have. It's really
the lack of motivation.
Yeah, the lack of motivation. So
it's a problem.
It's a big problem. I'm now trying to weigh it, but I still love teaching.
Yes.
That is it. But now, what will I want to be in future? Is like I want to study hard. Like I'm going to school, but also I want to further my education after the university.
Yes.
This is just a degree, but there are levels ahead.
Yes.
You have the masters, PhD.
This is just the beginning, and you are still young.
Exactly.
You can do more.
Yeah.
You can go up to the level of PhD.
Very well.
Or professor.
Very well. Maybe not. It can happen.
You can be a professor like Prof. Gomez.
Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah.
So that is it. So that we have you have Kujabi, you have Mr. Boy, they are all out to learn.
Yes.
And you have Demba, one of our vibrant,
Mr. Demba.
ML Demba, yes.
They're the creams of the university.
University, very well. So
Mr.
Kujabi, Boy,
Mr. Boy. Mr. Boy has gone for
exactly, yeah. He's one of my, my humble mentor.
Yeah.
Mr. Boy.
He took us for semantics.
Exactly. So
he's very good.
He really motivated me a lot. And likewise, Kujabi. There is this relationship that I do not want to, release, but he's my uncle. Anyway, Mr. Kujabi.
Kujabi?
Yeah, he's my uncle.
He's your uncle.
Yeah, and you have Demba. Demba too is very good.
Mr. Demba.
So we have this, lecturers that people are looking up to, and myself, I'm looking up to them.
Yes.
So they are very great, and what they do is something that students like. They sacrifice for students. So I believe I can also do the same. I may not say I want to be a lecturer at the university, but it's also part of my wish that I can also serve the Gambians in whatever capacity that I would be. So I may not say exactly this is what I want to be, but I also want to be somebody who will be serving the Gambians.
The nation,
Yeah. So that's
good.
Yeah.
That's good. So another question that is still a follow up on that.
Yeah.
Who is your number one motivator inside your family? That's someone. You have a group of motivators. You name them already. Kujabi, Demba, Mr. Boy, etc. But that person, that's someone that will make you say, I'll have to impress him or her.
Yes, usually, we all have it, and the family is one of them.
Yes.
But for my case, I've been brought up by my grandma, and I can say I'm indebted to that old woman.
Yeah.
And that old woman is the mother of Mr. Kujabi.
Okay.
So it's the one who brought me up, and what I can say is, she has been my biggest motivator.
Oh my God.
Going to school at the rural Gambia was very difficult. But what she would tell me is that anything that you see in this life has an end, and suffering also has an end. Difficulty and challenges would also end, and as it ended when I was going to school. So she's one of the guys that I would say is my motivator.
Okay.
Yeah, even though she doesn't understand English or academia. Yes,
but she wants you to be successful.
Very well.
She wishes you well.
Very well.
That one is your wife.
Yeah, locally that's what we would say.
It's your wife, yes.
So
she wants the best for you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
She's the mother of my mother, though.
That's good.
So I can say that, and also the family, like my mother and my father, they were doing great. But for the fact that I was
brought up by your
grandma,
yeah, she's that one person.
She's
that one person that I'm asking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but on the side of education, like when at the secondary school level or junior school level and primary school level was my grandma. But when I came to like higher education was Mr. Kujabi.
Okay.
Going through the college, he helped me a lot. To the university, the same thing. So it is something that people not see him, but he has been in the background,
doing things.
Yeah, very well. So that is it.
I also owe him a lot.
Yeah. That is he's the one that
he's very
did
kind.
A lot. Yeah, he's very kind.
Yeah, and very supportive.
Yeah, so he's that kind who would help.
He wouldn't want to be in the open for people to know that he has been helping.
So
yes, for my case, it was like that.
Very well.
When I was about to launch my book, he did my vetting, my editing, and everything, and he wouldn't want to take a dollar from me.
Yeah, very well. He's that kind.
Even on the launching, he decided to delegate somebody to come on his behalf.
Yeah.
He did not want to appear there for people to know that because he was my lecturer. So he did stuff for me.
Yeah, you are right.
So that's why I know that he's a good man.
Yeah, that's it.
May Allah bless him.
I mean.
So as a student in the University of the Gambia, what are the challenges that you're faced with? Student leadership aside.
Student leadership aside.
Yes.
Learning itself is not easy, and especially at the University of the Gambia, it is daunting and also challenging.
Yes.
Right. So you are faced with something that may not be very new if you pass through the college, but like you have to live up to it. That is, full of assignments, how do you call it, term papers, exams or tests. These are things that you have to prepare yourself very well. And also presentation. One of the things that I would say I love most is that the university is doing is presentation, because I believe that you cannot test somebody's knowledge like that. But when you do presentation, at least as higher students, for students who are trained to go and teach, presentation is one of the things that you can upkeep them with.
It's true.
So that is one of the things. But other parts, they are very challenging.
They are very challenging.
Exams, other routine activities, tests, etc. So there are things that are very challenging. And also However, we speak about, how good the university is. Also on the side of lecturers, especially education, we have a little problem on that.
Yeah.
So I believe they work on that too.
Yeah, the education faculty.
Yeah, as a faculty.
So, Faculty of Education is faced with that.
Yeah.
We are not in the rightful position to criticize them, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we know because I've been there and you are there.
Exactly.
And somebody else that is there knows that faculty has a problem.
It has a problem.
It has a problem.
Very well.
It has a problem of teachers.
Teachers, very well.
It has a problem of lecturers. Yeah, that are to deliver or impart the knowledge to the students.
Indeed.
So that has been there for a long time. Yes, it's something that us saying it will not change it.
Change anything. Yeah.
But we have to say it.
Yeah, we have to say it. If we do not say it, people will not know.
Thank you.
Exactly.
It's something that has to be in the open for people to know. So that faculty needs to be checked up.
Yeah.
It's one faculty that needs a checkup.
Very well.
We'll call it.
Very well.
Yeah.
So if you want to upkeep, students, to go and deliver the best that they have,
especially teachers.
Teachers, exactly. So you need to equip them with relevant knowledge. So that is it.
That's it. Quality is a problem in that faculty. Quality. So and quality is one important thing. Is one important aspect in education.
Yes, we talk of quality, not quantity.
Not quantity.
So that is
accessibility is now there in the Gambia, about education, but the quality is the problem.
Yeah, it's the question. Yeah.
Is it of quality? We have many teachers now.
Yeah, we have.
You go to a school, they're overloaded.
Yeah, they're overloaded.
Yeah, exactly. Some schools have many teachers. You see one subject, it has 3 teachers.
3 teachers.
Or 4 teachers. One class. They will be interchanging the timetable. It's in existence.
Very well.
But the problem that we have at hand is the quality is not there. Yeah, the quality is not there. So maybe us saying it will make a difference.
Yeah.
It cannot change it all totally, but it can make a difference.
Yeah, we have to say it so that at least something would be done, because we understand that at faculty level they cannot do anything unless when they report the matter and the management will act on it. Because I understand that when it comes to having lecturers or taking up lecturers, it is the management that does that. So like the faculty level, they cannot do anything.
So they cannot.
The students can only push for them to forward, the whatever complaints that we have, but they cannot act on it like that.
They cannot.
Yeah, so
they cannot. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, but maybe us saying it will make a
difference.
Difference.
Yeah,
it will make a difference. Indeed. So we are almost at the tail end of the what there are important personal questions that I would want to ask. Yeah, if you would change anything in you, what will it be? This is a question that you might not be expecting.
If I want to change,
yes. If you were to change anything in you, what will it be? If there is any, or you want yourself as you are right now, it's okay. There isn't anything that you regret.
Yeah. Anyway, there is always room for improvement.
Yes.
And as I always say in my mantra, I said, I'm learning to be a better person, and in that I learn every day. That is, I learn from everybody.
Yes.
Even you, as we speak, I learn. So this is what differentiates many people with me. Even a little thing, I learn from my students. I learn from anybody. When I see something that is very beneficial, or I feel that I should have it, I will adopt it.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that shaped my life to be a better person. Though I'm not still better, but I feel that I've improved. So, but having something that I should change if need be, well, it is very difficult to say, because somebody can say something about you. Exactly. Judge you. You cannot specifically say this is it. Because if at all, I used to be somebody who is very short-tempered.
Okay.
Yeah, before. But now I have,
you've gained control over that.
Yeah, I've gained control over it. Okay. So it's something that I work hard to abolish in me.
Okay.
So that is it. Maybe I have many, but maybe I cannot tell them, as we are speaking right
now. I know.
Yeah.
It's a surprise question anyway.
Yeah, but it's good, because I like something. If I would have loved it if somebody tells me, this is your problem.
Yes.
I would love to, to change that.
Yeah.
Because I believe that the biggest change is changing yourself.
Yes.
If you're able to change yourself, you can change many. So if you are, maybe I'm not an inspiration, but I feel that some people are seeing me as a better person.
Yes,
so they would like to adopt my life. So meaning, if
no,
I
you
see
not, you are mentoring someone.
exactly, that is how it is.
That's how life is.
So it is good that you change yourself.
Sometimes you are mentoring someone that you might not even know.
You might not know very well.
That's
So
true.
that is it.
A follow up to that question still, what is the best decision that you've ever made in your life?
Yeah.
So far. So far, because you are still a young man.
Yeah.
You haven't made bigger decisions.
Bigger decisions, yeah, you are right.
So well, so far, what are the most what is the most
biggest decision or choice that I've made?
Your most important, decision that you've made.
Yeah. My biggest decision that I've made is, being the Secretary General of the Education Student Association.
Okay.
Like, I wasn't into leadership roles like that in the open. Yeah. What I do is I follow people. That is, if you are the Secretary General, I want, to go or to come beside you to help you along with your work. But assist. Being, the figure is something that, is a hard decision for me.
Yeah, I know.
But, due to the motivation of people and encouragement, they feel that I can do it.
Yeah.
And
people selected you.
Yeah, they selected me.
It's
of course,
that was done.
They sought for
when
me.
When these things come, people select you.
Yeah,
like they will select a class rep.
So,
like they will select a head boy.
Indeed.
Yes. Before the election, people will select you. And that was the selection that you've gone
exactly. So that's how it is. So one of the biggest decisions so far is, opting to, vie for the position of Secretary General. So it's one of
taking up the courage.
Yeah,
it takes courage also to do
big
that.
courage indeed. Big courage.
People might tell you can do it, but if the courage is
not there, before I was,
you will not take it up.
Very well, very well. Before I was convinced to do it, it takes a long time.
Yeah, people will have to come.
Yeah.
You can do it until you take up the courage and
courage
when many say I can do it, then I think I can do it.
Courage is one thing that at least would, sell your whatever ambition that you have.
Yeah. It takes courage.
It takes courage, indeed.
Yeah, everything is courage.
Courage.
You coming here is courage.
Courage, big time.
Me indeed. Calling you to come here is courage.
Courage, indeed.
This platform is courage. Indeed. Everything is courage.
Indeed.
Yeah, because it takes effort.
So
what advice will you give to students that are listening to you and your fellow teachers, especially young teachers?
Well,
generalize the advice.
Yeah.
Or separate, give advice to the students first.
Yeah.
Then come to the teachers.
For the students, especially at the University of the Gambia, what I would say is, they have been great. What we need is just motivation and encouragement. But the students in education, they are great. And one thing that I always say is that the level of participation in education is always low. But we believe with this council, we will have a lot of them because the hopes are high. Yeah. However, we want to at least tell them that the association is theirs. Without the students, the executive will not be serving anybody.
Nothing works.
Exactly. So that is the challenge that education students have. And as an alumni, you know very well that when it comes to participation, teachers are always busy. Yeah. Some of them, when you create, time for a program, that is the time they will go.
That faculty is a problem. They don't take themselves as students.
Yeah,
they take themselves as mature students. So in that case, things like this, when they happen, they will tell, we don't have time.
We don't have time.
Yeah,
so
we don't have time for that. They prefer to go and raba.
Yeah, that is it. So
teachers and raba.
Teachers and raba is something else.
Yeah.
So that is one of the advice that I would say, and let them keep up the momentum of making the EDUSA great. Because without them, EDUSA will not be known. So it's through the students, and we really have brilliant students for that matter. Mature students in education, and whom the other sister schools or faculty are looking up to. So it is indeed great.
They're doing very good.
Very, very great.
Yeah, they're doing very good.
Very well. So that is it. So on the side of general advice, however I want to be a better person, I want Gambia to be better. But we cannot do that without changing ourselves. Yes. That's why I say the biggest change is attitudinal change. That is being able to change yourself to be a better person. I believe if everybody is better, Gambia will be better. though we blame the system, which is the responsibility of the government. But however, individually we have our responsibilities. So as individuals or citizens, it is good that we change our attitude. People who are working for the government are Gambians. They are citizens. Why are we talking about them? It is because of what their attitudes. So if this attitude accumulate with different people is what makes government inactive and irresponsible. So that is it. We are talking of honesty. We are talking of this laissez-faire thing. But it is all geared towards attitude. So changing somebody, changing yourself towards better things. It is really a great achievement. I mean, I don't want bragging, but many people see me as a different person because I really work, work very hard to change myself to be a better person. As I always say, we cannot be perfect, but you can be a good person. You can be a better person. That is,
no man is an island.
Exactly. You learn to be a better person. So very well.
But you work on yourself.
Very well.
Yeah.
You are saying it better. So working on yourself is very good. So that is the general advice that I have for Gambians and everybody. So change has to start, with us.
Yeah, it has to be within.
Yeah.
Then outwardly you can express whatever.
Very well, very well. So that is it.
Yeah. The self-worth has to be there.
Very well.
Then the thing will be manifested.
Well. Yeah.
You're right.
We really need a better Gambia. So.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. We really need a better Gambia, and we cannot do that without changing our attitude.
You're right.
So.
You're right. So what would be your final message? Like, who do you want to thank? And then.
Well.
What message do you have for your viewers?
Yeah. The first people that I will thank is the Edusans. Maybe you have known me before, but I can say through my position in Edusa that you have that mind to call me. So I have to thank them a lot for giving me that opportunity. Like they entrusted me, exactly. They entrusted me to be the Secretary General, and that is very big. I may not see it, to be very big, but other people see it to be very big.
Yes.
So, being a Secretary General, being the focal person in the council, the eyes and the ears of the council, at least it really tells well and big of that particular individual. So I have to thank the education students. And a special sect in education, that is the invaders. You may not know them. It is like a group that I belong in Edusa.
In the Edusa.
Yeah.
They call what? The invaders.
The invaders.
Okay.
So it is.
That is a new thing to me.
Yeah, it is.
I will ask my friend about this one.
I mean, Young will tell you about
I will ask her what are the invaders? Who are the invaders? And I know she will be part of it.
Yeah, she is.
She's very pragmatic.
Yeah, indeed. He's one of the sisters that are very good.
Yeah, okay.
Indeed. And they supported me a lot during the political process.
The campaign trail.
Yeah. Okay. As they said, you are owned by the ladies.
Yes.
So Ami was one of the guys.
Yeah.
And Fatmata also is one of them. So it is really great. I have to thank them a lot. Okay. And I thank you for according the time for me. This is a rare opportunity. Okay. It's indeed a privilege.
Yeah.
So you need,
it's a pleasure.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
Yeah, this might not even be the last time that you might be appearing here.
Okay.
Any other developments that you have?
Yeah.
We'll be glad to have you on the platform.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I will
share
also be
the ideas and all that.
So
for the general populace to know what you're up to.
Very well. It is good. Yeah. It's like before facing public, like not maybe public speaking, but in the open like this was a problem, because I feel that I need not to be seen in the open.
Yeah.
Because it's big thing for me.
Yes.
I'm not somebody that is exact side person, But people don't see this in me. If I tell them I'm a side person,
they wouldn't believe it.
They wouldn't believe it,
yes.
But it is in me.
Yes.
Sometimes if I don't take control of it, it affects me.
Yeah, it affects you.
Yeah. But it is good that because as far as you are a teacher and you are going to the university, people need to know about you.
Yeah.
Especially
now that you're into student leadership.
Student leadership.
Yeah.
So it's good that they know about me.
You are now a people's person.
Yeah. Very well.
So you have to be in the open, you like it or not.
Indeed. Yeah, so
It has been a pleasure having you on our platform, Yaya.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed
it. It's a pleasure. Anytime, inshallah.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Raki. And to the technician, the boss man, I am really grateful. This is indeed a platform that people will sell their opinions to other people. So it is indeed great. And I can say Fine TV is one of the most vibrant TV that would even interview the lesser individual in society. So it tells the humility everybody. So exactly.
No matter how important you are, no matter how less important you feel you are,
very well.
Fine TV is here for everybody.
Very well,
it's your only viewpoint. It's the viewpoint for the society.
Very well.
So everybody's viewpoint is highly welcome.
Indeed.
Anyone that feels that they have something to express or share with the general populace can reach out to us.
Indeed.
You can reach out to my boss or me or Fatmata or anybody, and then we'll be glad to have you on the platform and express your opinions for the general population to hear.
Very well.
Yes. Everybody's opinion matters. This is nation building.
Indeed.
We have Gambia to build.
Very well.
We are all geared towards the betterment of the Gambia.
Indeed.
So it's a pleasure having you, Yaya.
Once more. I really
viewers, we've come to the tail end of the program. This is on educational development, and I've been your host, Raki Jallo. It is your favorite TV, I will call it, Fine TV Gambia, your only viewpoint. We thank each and every one of you that is following and viewing us and following our handles on other social media like YouTube. We have a YouTube handle now. It's Fine TV Gambia. And our Facebook page also is Fine TV Gambia, where we have our live broadcasts and the like. We acknowledge the support of each and every one of you that is following for the past year. For the year 2022 was our debut year. It was the year that we started operating. But it has been a fruitful year. It has been a fruitful year, and we hope for a better year in this 2023 that we are embarking on.
Indeed.
We are in the third day. Today is the third day of 2023. We are hoping big. Inshallah, we hope to bring you more interesting episodes of these and other programs that we have on Fine TV Gambia. And we acknowledge each and every one of you that has been supportive in every little way that you've been doing it, liking, commenting, following, everything that you've been doing for Fine TV. Every support. The motivational support is very crucial. Some people will call you and tell you you're doing well. Some people will not even want to appear on Facebook, but they will call you private and tell you, I've seen you on platform so and so, and you're doing okay. Keep up the momentum, or keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate all the acknowledgement. We appreciate all the thank yous. We appreciate all the support, physically, morally, financially. Every support that we have from the general population. We say a big thank you for the past year that we've been operating, and you've been there for us. And we will be here for you too. Till we come your way some other day, inshallah. It's a goodbye from me.